Hey there, my fellow architects, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Frostwardens, Episode 40, Deep Water Defenses. So I plan on putting the moisture pump here. Actually, I didn't really need that southern bridge. Come to think of it, this bridge can go. That's going to have to be wooden walls. This is going to have to be wooden walls and wooden walls. So, keep digging up that buried timber. That was the last of the meals. Getting a big old batch of nutrient paste. Yeah, let's just keep going. It's not like we're using it for anything else. One of the advantages of when it's like max size is you can auto do it because the pond, it's far enough away from the pond that it's not like immediately grabbed. There we go. That's 160 meals. Pretty good. That'll work. So the reason why I'm not leaving this bridge is this entire section is going to be walled off. So this doesn't actually protect anything. It won't be passable. So it's not offering any level of extra protection or anything like that. All right, we are in the middle of the summer now, where the ambient temperature is about as warm as it's going to get. So I'm going to create one more zone. Call this research bench. Or, yeah, and invert it. So everybody is going to be set to research bench, except for Zeusum, which will be unrestricted. Basically, everyone can go everywhere. There is the case where corpses will be seen by stalwarts, but I'm not concerned about that. And there we go. There is the funeral opportunity. Well, I should have done the ritual. Oh well, it's okay. We can do it like this. And let's have everybody in attendance, even if they aren't of the same ideology, obviously. We are one community after all. Dom and Uko, thank you for the resubs. And it was a good funeral. And this crematorium is, of course, going to be exclusively reserved for pilgrim funerals. I'm not going to use it for, like, raiders. That would sully it. probably enough fuel. So we have 3 days of fuel. All right. When it stops snowing, I'll also do some corpse clearing. We have a whole bunch of corpses that have yet to be cleared. I'm going to re-allow that section of the wall. I don't know why they're not building the bridges. I guess there's other building projects like the deadfall traps that they're doing instead. But I'm rather surprised that there hasn't been more progress yet. I think now would be a pretty good time for another vote. 18th session. And here are the proposals. The Stalwarts want all of their progress in the all their progress to start be more meaningful, imparting in a positive mood bonus for the Stalwarts. This is kind of out of order. It should be then Stalwart Compromise. Scientific progress imparts, or the option number 2 is not the compromise. Here, let me rewrite this so it's not confusing. I had some typos. Sorry about that. Didn't notice this ahead of time. Not too bad to fix, though. Okay, there we go. The Pilgrims want to adapt for asceticism, no longer needing some comforts, like eating on tables and the like. The Stalwarts are willing to compromise, that they get a positive mood bonus, and that Pilgrims are offered 1 more recreation hour, and the Pilgrims are willing to compromise that they become ascetic, and that the Stalwarts get 1 more hour of free time. You can defer to me or abstain from voting. So, there is the 18th proposal. What do you think we should do? As far as the history goes, of the last 3 proposals, this is an updated for the 17th, but it's been no vote, Pilgrims, and now you're voting again. And it looks like Pilgrims are winning by a singular vote. If you haven't voted yet, you got a few seconds. All right. Pilgrims win by a hair. So let me make those changes. And done. The results of this: Stalwarts are now subdued as far as faction politics go, as are the Pilgrims. Both factions are shaken, let's say. And now the Pilgrims also have rough living, so eating without a table is not much of a problem for them anymore. Same with sleeping without a bed. Not to say that they want to sleep without a bed, just that it wouldn't upset them if they did. Both equally unhappy. Yeah, I did mention throughout this series that it is not necessarily a zero-sum game. that when one faction becomes happy, the other doesn't become equally unhappy. That compromises often result in both factions being unhappy. And we have got a raid of breachers. Okay. So it's not particularly cold right now. The Dark Eye, the lead Grenadier, is go-juicing, so he's going to be kind of hard to take down. And then the other threat to us, I would say, is that they do have 2 sniper rifles, so long range is not going to be particularly effective. The saving grace here, if I was to guess, is going to be that that they're going to spend a lot of time trying to smash up our walls, breaching non-essential parts of the base first. So they got frag grenade, 2 frags out front. Cardinal struck, torso. Cardinal's gonna back up. You are throwing at fish pick, I think? Nope. Axios is down. He was not able to clear the zone in time. You are throwing at JD. Alright, Dark Eye here. Death in 5 hours. The problem is he's go-juiced. Rollins is not go-juiced. I'm going to have the defenders here back up. I don't want the Grenadiers to have carte blanche on shooting our walls or throwing explosives on the walls. But I don't have good... I don't have weaponry that really allows for longer range defenses, which is the disadvantage I'm faced with. Okay, good. Dark Eye is dead. He was going to be the harder target. Once Rollins is dead, their ability to breach quickly is greatly... Okay, yep. They no longer have highly effective breach methods, which is good. And I'm having my guys disengage to buy for time. JD go into the other way. Alright, this fight may turn into a wall repair. Now, in terms of ambient temperature, I doubt any of them are gonna... Actually, this one is really poorly insulated. I was gonna check to see if... Yeah, there's some that are going to be negatively affected by ambient temperature. That's interesting. I didn't actually expect that. So, fish pick. I'm gonna have you tend Axios, so they don't pull shooters out of the equation. And what I'm hoping to do is have my defenders pivot, use some of the walls here. Nice. Okay, so they're trying to shoot into that room. That's okay. Nice. We're doing a bit of a divide and conquer here. Alright, that's going to be annoying. No, we cleared the area, it's fine. So as they're focused on the walls, we can whittle their numbers down. And they're fleeing. Not my best raid, but not my worst raid. You are down but not dead. You're slothful, so I'm not really interested in you as a recruit. Axios is almost all patched up. And then I can fire on those that are fleeing to try to isolate the ones that I think might be good recruits. Undergrounding fast learner. You're not terrible. What about Sam? No. You would be pretty good. But you're unwaveringly loyal, so that's not helpful. Not all brawler tough. That would be a great addition as well. So I'm going to see if I can't go for Doug. He's got Burning Passion mining. As well as construction. But it's going to be hard to catch him. He's fast. Cheers! Alright, I took a pot shot at Doug and missed. I don't think we're going to be able to capture anyone. And then there was Riss here. Abrasive Jogger. Abrasive isn't terrible. But Ambrosia Addiction and Artery Blockage is probably not ideal for us. So I think JD can catch Doug. Or at least make gains on Doug. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to get close enough to actually be able to take Doug out. Because Doug's already close enough to the edge map. So, not going to bother. Okay. Well, it ended... It was rough, but it was okay. And we are... got a lot more construction projects to be queued up, so I'm going to leave that alone for a minute. Axios is up and at him already. Sappers and Breezers stretch you out? Yeah, they're pretty stressful. They can be pretty tricky to kill. Ooh, nice. We got some ambrosia off that one. Due to the fact that you can't necessarily plan for the way they plan their incursion. I think that's the tricky part. There is some gamifying it. You can... Not for breachers, but for sappers. Sappers look for weak parts within your defenses. So you can... So the TLDR, and it's a little bit more complicated than this, but basically sappers avoid turrets. So they will try to sap into your base where you don't have turret coverage. It doesn't matter if the turrets are on or off, or, you know, can even fire, but they just avoid turrets. So what you can do is... imagine these orbital trade beacons as turrets. You can lay a bunch of turret coverage out, leaving an intentional hole in your coverage, where that hole that you intentionally left is like full of IEDs. Sappers don't try to avoid IEDs or traps. So you funnel the sappers to parts of your base that you specifically designated to not have turret coverage, knowing that all other raider types won't know to avoid that, but sappers will, driving the sappers to designated, like, you know, incendiary defense ID type stuff, or explosive ID type stuff. So sappers can be negated. It's a little difficult, requires a lot of investment. Breachers can't really be negated like that. Breachers just attack your base from the angle that they come in on. So the best defense against a breach is to use long range to take out those that have the breach weapons, taking out the frag grenades, and then their ability to get into your base is them shooting your walls. And while they're shooting your walls, you can sort of divide and conquer. And that's what I did against this raid. Is I focused on the 2 with frag grenades, sparing no expense, knowing that if they were able to get frag grenades, they would just blow up a significant swath of the base faster than I could ever repair it. And then once the frag grenadiers were taken care of, the remainder of the raid was stupid enough to just shoot my walls while I killed them. So there's definitely strategies to be used against all sorts of raid enemies, and you just need to figure out what works effectively and to, you know, employ that method well. Daxio suffer permanent injuries. I think this is old. No, maybe it's not old. I think he had... I guess I can't really answer that. I don't know when he got that at Scar. Moisture pump research is nearly complete. Okay, we're hauling those dead bodies, that's okay. And this defensive area is almost enclosed. All the remaining dead are right there. Perfect. So JD will go clear that. Wishbringer, put his shotgun down. JD will go clear that when he's up. And our inner island defense area is, well, it's a work in progress. Cheers. Moisture pump is done. Question for next research. Vote for next research. So here's some choices. Gun turrets. Shields. Gun turrets and shields would definitely help with the defense of our colony. I will also add precision rifling. That's another good colony defense one. I'm going to include advanced fabrication, because we don't have the ability to make advanced components yet. I'm not going to bother with bionic replacements, because without advanced fabrication, there's really no bionic replacements that could be used. But I will also include biosculpting, because we definitely have a lot of injuries that might warrant it. And then the last one I'm going to add to this would be long blades, because it's not inconceivable that we start making better brawler weapons. So there you go. And while you vote on that, I am going to... I don't actually really need to shut down the research bench, because it's not... we have power max. So I'll just queue up shields, which is currently leading. But whatever ends up winning in the polls will be the final choice. So don't feel like you need to vote for shields just because it's the current priority. And now with moisture pumps researched, I want to get 2 moisture pumps up immediately. One here. And one here. Would it be better to have the triple launch to the other side of the lake in case sets it off with a Molotov? It's in water, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, all the deadfall traps are laid out. Valid pattern of the base is the main area. And this spot here is no longer accessible to raiders. Right? Raiders can't get here. There's walls here, wall there, wall and door here. So this is... Raiders would have to break walls to gain access to this area. Alright, looks like shields have won. Now, the thing about shields is if I want to try to make shield belts, I am likely going to need to gain access to plasteel, right? We don't really have enough plasteel for shield belt at present. So, to that end, should I... What takes higher priority? Defenses or plasteel node? I have, you know, a finite amount of manpower in order to build walls and the like. So where should I be investing said walls? I'll give you a minute to vote on that. deep infestation. Ooh, okay. So I have Cardinal uninstalling the sensitive parts and fleeing. Oh, I should have uninstalled the bed. Oh, God, that's like a brainstem, huh? Yup. Got in the brain. We're getting pretty good at defending against these buggeroos. I'm going to have everyone melee the bug, because there's the risk of shooting the bed as collateral if we use guns. I thought that was a smart choice, because one stray bullet could have destroyed the legendary bed. Maybe what I'll do is I'll put the legendary bed here. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference, but who knows. Alright, and it looks like you guys want me to prioritize defenses. Got it. So in terms of injuries, Wishbringer got a few nibbles. Really not much at all, as far as injuries goes. Would putting it behind a bed and a wall be ideal? What I could do is switch where the legendary bed is for like a masterwork bed. But in the future, what I could do is just remember to uninstall it, and then it's a moot point. I think that's probably just the smarter play, is to uninstall it so it's not targeted, because uninstalled stuff is not targeted by bugs. What research is needed for chem fuel creation? Biofuel refining. So you guys voted that I focus on the defenses. So the rest of the walls are going to be higher priority. The other thing is, I think it would be a good idea to start drying out this entire area. So once this second moisture pump is done, I'll place other moisture pumps strategically to cover the remainder of what needs pumped. Toxophella. Oh, lovely. In the case of a Toxophella, I'm going to cancel the hull designations. And then set up the edges of the perimeter walls to have roofs. And this actually benefits me. I might even expand the roof zone, because forcing the raiders to march in the dark slows them down during nighttime raids. But also in the case of toxic fallout, it covers the fallout so that I don't get poisoned. So, bit of a dual purpose there. I don't really have need of the butchering of the corpses just yet, so I'm just going to leave the rest of the bugs alone for now. I'm going to adjust the zone so that all of the long-range hauling stuff is canceled. I don't need it done during a toxic fallout. And then I'm going to change the priorities, or the zoning rather, for my colonists to be back on pilgrim zones, stalwart zones, and Zeus is on a research. Ooh, I did not mean to feed the wood-fueled ark with all of the wood we had on hand. Oh well. Yeah, okay. There. That zone is allowed for stalwarts. I think what I'm going to do is force Fishpick to build this moisture pump network. Higher priority than everything else, because moisture pumps need as much time to expand as possible. So it's more important. Alright, we're low on steel, but we have lots of iron, so I'm going to move the iron drill to the coal node, turn off the toggle for that, and turn on the toggle for this, and then to make sure the zoning... Okay, yeah, the zoning allows them in there. Perfect. So we'll start mining coal again during this toxic fallout, because it's covered by roof, so it's safe to do. Also, I'll just break down the other mortar that we got. Let's put a roof over here, so that if we are defending, toxic fallout isn't landing on us. And then, if these are the two moisture pump zones, having a moisture pump maybe like right here would be good. Actually, I'm okay with just... I'm going to put it right there. Trying to remove all the shallow water from this area so that we can walk around it more comfortably. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Frostwardens, which originally streamed live on Twitch March 9th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow stalwarts and pilgrims.